rocking this place. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Virginia Tech Hokies taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. And the Hokies will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. State's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Jackson gonna throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. At the 40, there he goes. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Seminoles have pushed it inside the 20. They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it, and he's knocked down.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
Got it in the middle, it's McCoy. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Keith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will get the ball for the 1st time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him. Hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
Looking downfield, it's Drones. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense with the heat on. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground to try to move the chains. The Hokies are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. He wants to throw. Coming after it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Finds the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Trying to get to it.
That's a bad job in pass protection. Quarterback some credit, because I think he knew where he was on the field. He knew he was going to get sacked for a safety. He was doing everything he could to just go down at his own 1-yard line to avoid giving up the 2 points.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to move.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Jackson will throw. He looks that one in nicely. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start in the second. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds his man. It's Thomas. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, you could tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways.
Just steamrolling his way through. It's a fumble on the play.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown Seminoles. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over South Alabama. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Hokies will hustle to the line. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them everywhere. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go. It makes them tick. It makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hits him in stride at the 10. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Hokies are on the move.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck means.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that pass intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Drones. Makes his connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Gibson. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this off.
Off he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. That's caught. It's McCoy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. And they've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in for the left hash. It is good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Quarterback on the keeper. And the Hokies have a first down.
And how nice is it to have a guy that can say, I'm just going to go get the first down. Like, I know I have options. I can do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just going to let me run it, go get the first down, and give myself an extra set of downs.
He's knocked down in the backfield.
They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that second down, quarterback had nowhere to go with it. Defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up third and long, but because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now third and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
The Hokies want to crank the tempo.
Back in this ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Virginia Tech, 14.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up.
Intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly complete. That kind of play will get a drive started or help with field position. They've got it at the 27. Offense set on first down. They'll go with a direct snap. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Setting up the screen. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on fourth down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Drones. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and how about the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll run for it on third and short. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Florida State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now, and like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to UTSA. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I really like this slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to throw. It's Drones. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Their pass not closing
up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. The sure hands, it's McCoy. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. He wants to throw it. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Jackson will throw. Using the quick game. And he breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire...
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Freeney. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Feeling some heat. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Getting some heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner. What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Got it! Tripped up for the tackle.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
He didn't get there. 4th and goal from the 1, and they are stuffed. Defense has them pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. He wants a big play here late.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thank you for watching.